This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. I'm going to show you pictures of Tepoztlan as I discuss why I believe it is one of the better live or retire cheap in paradise locations. But don't write anything down as you listen. Everything I say is in writing at Vagabond Buddha with Google Map links. Just click the link in the notes below this YouTube video to get Tepoztlan, Mexico, retire early, low cost of living. Things to do in Tepoztlan. Best Tepoztlan free Old Town walking tour and map. Best and cheap hotels. Livability factors and cost of living. Plus, best travel or retire cheap to paradise locations in the world. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. This is my Tepoztlan, Mexico retire early, low cost of living guide. I'm traveling around the world finding the best retire early, low cost of living destinations in paradise. In the last 11 years, I've been to 65 countries. 𝐂𝐎𝐒 of Hobo Ventures is exploring the world with me. Check out her Instagram account. She's fun to watch. This week, we are exploring the livability of Cuernavaca and Taxco. I thought Tepoztlan would only be a day trip. I didn't think it was large enough to consider as a retire early or live cheap destination because it has a small population. We are here today and I loved it. I could live here in Tepoztlan easier than Cuernavaca. In fact, I like Taxco and Tepoztlan better than Cuernavaca. So I created this quick and dirty retire early low cost of living post for Tepoztlan, Mexico. This is my signal to you to consider this town if you like the intersection of small, rural, and hippie atmosphere. I think it's a charming place for energy healers, hippies, and spiritual types. If you'd like to know where we're going to go next, then please follow us. You can either subscribe at vagabondbuddha.com or our YouTube channel. Again, links provided for everything. Just click the link below this YouTube video. Here are some interesting facts on Wikipedia about Tepoztlan, Mexico. There are about 14,000 people living in the city and 42,000 if you include the surrounding boroughs. The town is famous because of the El Tepozteco pyramid that hangs over the town from the mountain above. The El Tepozteco pyramid temple celebrates the Aztec god pulque, an alcoholic beverage. Pulque is a wine made from agave that dates back to the Mesoamerican period. The drink was considered sacred and could only be consumed by approved classes of people. The Spanish later used another form of agave fermentation to create tequila and mezcal. The Mesoamerican period began in about 7,000 before Christ and is the transition from hunter-gatherer cultures to this sedentary agricultural villages. This occurred geographically in North America from about central Mexico down to and including Costa Rica. Tepoztlan is a pueblo mágico. This is a list of towns recognized to be a magical experience because of beauty, culture, traditions, history, hospitality, and cuisine. The economy of Tepoztlan is based upon tourism first and agricultural second. Land ownership in Tepoztlan is communal. It's not regulated by law or financial institutions. It's regulated by the community. Tepoztlan is said to have been the birthplace of the feathered serpent god of the Aztecs. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but just click the link and it's in writing here, along with a link to the Wikipedia explanation of who this god is. Evidence of the existence of this god is documented as early as 100 before Christ. Conquistador Cortés ordered Tepoztlan demolished because the town's leaders refused to meet him upon his arrival. Spanish conquistadors were awarded indigenous Indians as slaves under 𝐂𝐎𝐒𝐈𝐈𝐿 law. By the 𝐂𝐒𝐒𝐈𝐈𝐿 law, the Spanish crown awarded a form of communal slavery to a specific person, a specific number of natives from a specific community. Indigenous leaders were charged with selecting who from the community would be required to provide the labor under threat of death or starvation. Yet slaves were allowed to stay in touch with their families, which of course was not allowed in the British colonies in what is now the United States. If you're enjoying this, could you please like it, share it, comment below, or subscribe? That will rank us higher in search engines so we can keep making these travel guides. Tepoztlan free Old Town walking tour and map. Here's the YouTube video of our Tepoztlan. Here's the YouTube video of our Tepoztlan free Old Town walking tour. Click the Google Map link below this YouTube video so it can direct you to each destination on the tour. Click this Google Map to get started. If clicking the map doesn't work, then click this link on your smartphone. Here are the individual stops on the above walking tour in case you want to visit one or two. Tepoztlan, Mexico, things to do. I'm not going to go through each of these stops because they're on the video above. But please feel free to watch the video to see each stop and a video. If you book my recommended flights, tours, or accommodations, you'll pay nothing extra, but we'll earn a small commission. If you'd like to learn how to make money online or how to live internationally, possibly with less money than you spend at home, please subscribe to Vagabond Buddha or get a free copy of my ebook, also at the link. Best and cheap hotels in Tepoztlan. You should stay in the Old Town area of Tepoztlan. You can walk to most of the interesting things to do and see. You won't need to get in a taxi or Uber. The following accommodations you should consider. They go from most to least expensive. Hotel Las Puertas de Tepoztlan. This is the sublime in the material world, less to distract you from your spiritual journey. Hostel de la Lois, Spa Holistic Resort. This is a high-end hostel with a private room and bathroom. It makes sense if you think about it. You want the energy of an enlightened society in a vortex location like Tepoztlan, don't you? Check out the pictures and reviews. This was 1,600 pesos or 80 USD per night on the date we searched. It's about 8 kilometers from the Old Town, so grab a bike and enjoy the ride. Hostels. We didn't see any dorm-type hostels here. Please let me know if you find one. I will add it here. This place was 800 pesos or 40 US dollars for a private room with private bath on the day we searched. I didn't find any typical $10 dorms when I checked. I started living internationally over 11 years ago. If you'd like to learn how to make money online or how to live internationally, possibly with less money than you spend at home, please subscribe to Vagabond Buddha, our YouTube channel, or get a free copy of my ebook. Please click here for recommended flights, tours, or accommodations. Tepoztlan, Mexico, Livability Factors. This is Dan from Vagabond Buddha. This post has a Tepoztlan, Mexico retire early, low cost of living data. Normally I get pretty detailed on these livability factors, but I only spent a day here, so I'm just giving you my first impressions. Livability factors. I considered the following factors when deciding if I could live somewhere. My factors include walkability, internet reliability, weather, food choices, things to do, social considerations, expat opportunities, overall cost of living, and real estate prices, in case I decide to buy later. Tepoztlan desirability score, medium. I love the hippie atmosphere here, but it might be a little small for me, as I suspected. Right now, if I consider only Mexico, I would put Querétaro in first place, Guanajuato in second, and Mexico City, Roma Norte in third place. But if I was totally into the hippie scene and wanted to set deep roots into a single small community that didn't need a car, this would be in the running for sure. Walkability, high. The historical old town center of Tepoztlan is completely walkable. I would not buy a car if I lived here. Internet reliability, high. The internet was great where we had lunch, but I would need to upload a YouTube video to check for sure. Food prices. For a town this size, because of all the hippies and energy workers, the food choices were high for veggie eaters like me. So I would say high. If you're enjoying this, could you please like it or share on social media, comment below, or subscribe? This will help us rank in the search engines. Weather, great or high. Because of the elevation of 1,570 meters, the weather remains mild here year-round. Things to do, medium. It's all about nature and nurture here. Plus there's a party scene here on weekends because of the proximity to Mexico and the international influence. I would say medium for things to do. Social considerations, medium. You'll need to learn Spanish to really feel like part of this world. The international culture is not enough to sustain substantial humans. You'll need the deep connections in the Mexican community here. Real estate. There are limitations on ownership that you don't find in other parts of Mexico. I would need to learn more about that before I could rank the real estate. But honestly, I would just invest online or in the US and just rent if I decided to live here. If you book my recommended flights or tours or accommodations, you'll pay nothing extra, but we'll earn a small commission. That's how we pay for things. Tepoztlan, Mexico, cost of living. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. Here are my cost of living estimates for Tepoztlan, Mexico. These estimates might be lower if you rented an apartment or a small house month to month. I like to be within walking distance to my community, but if I bought a motorcycle or car, I found small houses outside the city center for as little as $13 per night on the day I searched Airbnb. Like most places in Mexico, there are gringo prices and local prices. You're best to book a place for a month and then walk around and find the best deals. I'm just guessing, but I think I could find my own close-in place here for less than $500 US per month by knocking doors and looking for signs. This would probably require a long-term commitment to strike this kind of bargain, but I bet I could find a pretty nice place for that sort of money. Okay, my monthly cost of living in Tepoztlan, Mexico. This includes the apartment, eating at high-end restaurants either once a week, 4 times a week, or 8 times per week, depending on low, medium, or high. The neighborhood restaurants, and then food carts, the balance of the time, and then cooking at home some of the time. The cost would range from about $1,000 a month to $1,500 per month. This is just my notes from my time here. The above numbers are for one person and do not include alcohol, tours, or extras. I do not guarantee these prices for anyone. These are just my notes from my own travel. You have to come here, be on the ground, see what your lifestyle would translate into to know for sure how much it would cost for you to live here. For more information about how the cost of living monthly multiplier works in this table, there's a link provided here. Again, Click the link below this video to get all of this information. Please book using my recommended flights, tours, or accommodations. You'll pay nothing extra, but we'll earn a small commission so we can keep making these travel guides. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. Thank you for stopping by. The world is your home. What time will you be home for dinner?